I want to play a little bit more of Eric Trump, who Michael pointed out might want to talk less, to quote Hamilton. Here he was.
They have an entire district attorney office and attorney general's office that's focused on $3.5 million to take down a political opponent. I mean, this is what they do. This is New York State for you. This is worse than a banana republic. It's truly horrible.
Danya, let's take that seriously. Let's explore if someone does the thought experiment in a local red district or state against a prominent Democrat in a case that was initially described as potentially big and involving said Democrat, but ends up hitting the people around them and is numerically smaller. I've covered why the charges are real, and I don't think 1.7 mil in tax evasion is something most Americans just think is a rounding error. Having said that, this is a different point, a different allegation about a political DA office. Your view in response to that?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I just want to go back and agree with Michael. People should be talking less. Right now, they are potentially, much like Weisselberg, ministerial, agents of the company, and this is a criminal case, and those statements could be attributed to them. So they should be watching what they're saying. They also don't appear to be legal experts or tax experts, and their comments are inaccurate on many levels. I don't think they will have jury appeal, and they certainly don't have any legal value. The DA's office has been looking at this for years, as we know. They just brought the first case. We don't know if this is the last case. It is not a penny ante case. These are serious. I mean, every felony charge is a serious one. But this one charges a pervasive, years-long, fraud scheme on behalf of an organization that appears to be, a modus operandi for the company. And right now, the low-hanging fruit, at least, have been charged. We've got Weisselberg. And clearly, there are going to be others. So I don't think it's time for the Trump sons to be taking any sort of victory lap that Trump has not been charged or anyone else. And nor should they be saying if they could have charged them, they would have charged them, as one of them just did, because this is the first round and it's not the last. And this happens all the time. There's a lot of talk about this. Well, this is all they charged. A, it's not a small offense. And B, it's just the first offense. And so I think they should be silently watching and waiting and lawyering up.
Fair points. And then, Michael, we didn't have an open surveillance camera on Donald Trump when the news broke, but we had kind of, by happenstance, an audio readout, a kind of a live blogging, to use a technology he's familiar with because he dabbled in it, as you know. He is an ex-blogger now, and that's okay. Right. That's okay. But it was kind of an audio live blog with an ABC News reporter who happened to be on the phone with him conducting a different interview. And so we have kind of an interesting readout of that. Take a listen.
I just spoke to former President Trump, who's reacting to this in real time. He called the charges a disgrace, said it's a continuation of the witch hunt that's been going on for some time, repeatedly said it's a shame. He actually paused for a moment while we were on the phone, Terry, looked up at cable news coverage and said to me, John, I can't believe it. It's a disgrace, a disgrace. He's a tremendous person. And then he went on to say about Weisselberg, this is former President Trump, Terry, he says they are pressuring him, setting him up. They want him to lie against Trump. I then asked the former president, does he think that's going to happen? And Terry, his response was no.
A fact check and then a question. The prosecutors are not demanding he lie. Indeed, prosecutors could be disbarred or worse for that. What they're asking Weisselberg to do is go under oath and tell the truth. And if that cooperation or truth, by the way, does not result in other charges, that's okay. They have the evidence. They just want to get his cooperation, which he's resisting, which is why there have been references to gangs and mobs and other places, because most Americans, when called upon in this situation, even if they get a lawyer and double check, they're willing to provide accurate testimony about, I was at work or wherever. So fact check there. Then your response to just the overall reaction there, what we're going to get from this person who may or may not run for office again.
So the first part of what Trump said is the typical Trump drivel about witch hunts and outraged indignation, et cetera, et cetera. So we dismiss that. At least I dismiss that. what I pay attention to was the last thing he said. When asked, will Weisselberg basically flip on him? And his response was no. And I think everybody needs to take that with a pound of understanding, because Weisselberg knows how his bread has been buttered for 50 years. This man has put his kids through school, paid him exceedingly well. He has done things for Trump, and Trump has done things for him. There's a different symbiosis with this relationship than the one we saw with Michael Cohen and some others. This goes to the money. This is the guy who was in the room when the money decisions are being made. I do not have a sense. Again, I'm here in Washington, not in New York. I'm following and covering this like everybody else. But my sense is Weisselberg is prepared to go to jail. And Trump knows that. And Weisselberg is prepared to repay that largesse from Trump over these many years by taking this particular federal bullet, if you will. So I think everyone needs to, kind of settle themselves down and think, oh, yippee-ki-yay, we got Trump. No, baby, you ain't got him, because the guy you think is going to hand him over is not Brutus. He's not Judas. He's Weisselberg, and that's Trump's guy. And I don't think, at least my impression from how I'm reading this, that he's prepared to do Trump harm at this point.
It's a sobering analysis. Many people would be concerned about the implications, but it's why we draw on our experts, especially now that this is all kind of absorbed for a day. Hearing from you, Michael, and Danya has added to our understanding on a big show going into a holiday weekend. So I thank you for your time and joining us. I want to tell everyone what else we have coming up, because it's a lot of special stuff. First, a preview of this January 6th committee. Speaker Pelosi scoring a big win there. Also special tonight, the very famous and very thoughtful Malcolm Gladwell is back. We're going to get into it. And Diane